What's good, YouTube? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics and jump and dive throughout the relationships so you don't drown too. As always, I'm that guy trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So, I know a lot of people, as I've said before, have this disconnect because I don't just go around bashing women for the sake of it. And then they will not understand how I can go scorched earth on some women. I don't view all women as one and the same. I don't blanket statement women as all one and the same. I try my best to sit there and say there's different tiers of women, just like there's different tiers of men, no matter how much pseudoscience people try to put behind it and lie to themselves. I view men and women pretty much the same when it comes down to them being low quality, decent quality, and naturally high quality. When it comes down to porn stars, I have always said that I will listen to a porn star. I can take the word of some porn stars over a lot of these girls who are in the bushes lying, being disingenuous, and just straight up gaslighting people about them being whores. I'd rather listen to a woman who's out and about, who's out in the open about it and being honest about it. I have no problem sitting there as long as these people are down to earth and being honest. And then there's these type of women who are doing it and then trying to have the moral high ground. Let's get into it.
What you do you feel like it affects your love life?
Hell no.
Really?
No, because some guys like that. I would say I'm completely different than what people would assume.
I was gonna ask, like, what?
Now, before anybody knows, this girl is named Violet Myers. Violet Myers, I believe, just recently won an adult video award. I've seen. The funny thing is, my porn stars are not this generation's porn stars. I don't even really. I'm not even interested in this generation of porn stars. All my porn stars, and this is something I have to say to you guys, and you may get upset at this. A lot of my porn stars are retired they either already built a family or they have a family and they're married. Yes, no matter how much you want to rage about it, a lot of these girls who make these decisions, whether you may think that these are like the be all end all final destination, no items type shit, these women have infinite more chances to still have families and be in relationships than a lot of guys, at least 70 to 60% of guys, infinitely. And a lot of people think that just because these girls are porn stars or that they're whores, that some fucking poor idiot is not going to scoop them up. Or some guy is going to sit there and be like, I'm going to take a chance on you if you're willing to be loyal to me. Again, infinitely more chances than you. They just live on easy mode. Anyway, so Violet Myers, this is a girl who's done anal. This is a girl who's had, I believe she got gangbanged by 8 black dudes, double penetration. We talking all cream pies. We talking all kinds of things. All right. So I'm just trying to draw you. I'm just painting the canvas for you so you understand who this is. We are talking about a porn star here. Let's go.
What gets misconstrued about, like,
I'm completely different than what people would assume.
I was gonna ask, like, what gets misconstrued about, like, what you
I'm
do?
literally just a nerd.
Elaborate, B-Lou.
Like, I love anime, I love video games, I love reading, I love working, I love going to the gym. Sex is just like something I just like do for fun. It's not really my whole life. Like who I am on like is different than who I am like in real life.
Of course, yeah. Okay, so what's your type then?
I literally don't have a type. As long as
Why does everybody say that? You have a type.
Okay. As long as he likes anime,
Okay.
he's family oriented,
Okay.
and he has his shit together, that's my type.
You see yourself dating?
They will say one thing, they will think another thing, and they will do a completely different other thing. Again, there are porn stars who have families. There are porn stars that want men to be certain things, and at the same time, how you sitting here talking about he has to be into anime. I mean, don't get me wrong. She says she doesn't have a type, and her type is just literally. I just find it weird, and this is why I've always said this before. When some of the freakiest girls I've known were church girls. They would literally suck you off, and then in the next sentence be talking about God, right? A lot of these girls who claim to be into the shit that a lot of guys are into, gaming, anime, or anything, or even sports or whatever like that, they do it not because they enjoy it. They do it because, well, actually, she does enjoy it, but they do it. A lot of them do it to be in proximity, excuse my French, to dick. That's really what it is. A lot of women go to the gym to be close to dick. This is just this. And don't get me wrong, guys do it too. But again, I just find this shit hilarious. A porn star talk about he has to be family oriented. I guarantee you, and mind you, I didn't see the whole video of this, so I do have some things stacked up behind this. But I guarantee you, she's gonna start putting up all of these fucking not boundaries, but she's gonna start putting up all of these things quite criteria of what the guy has to be compared to her. Let's continue.
Dating somebody outside of the industry.
Okay.
And he has his shit together, that's my type.
Do you see yourself dating somebody outside of the industry?
I like prefer guys who are normal. I just do it for their protection because with my last relationship, they were giving him my videos. He didn't care, obviously, but it's just like weird. But you have to be a confident guy to date me. You can't just be insecure because if you're insecure.
There it is. There it is. You gotta be confident. You can't be insecure. This is gaslighting words. These are the words that they use. Don't be controlling. Maybe just because this guy who I'm hugging up on, who's just my friend, you saw over 80 videos of him fucking taking my booty hole to Pound Town and busting in my face and things. You know, it's actually funny. I had this fucking epiphany. Is that what it is? An epiphany, a daydream, whatever like this. And I was walking down the street, right, heading out and about. And I said, somewhere out there in the world, there's a dude who accepted a woman for all that she was. And now that she's done being a whore or whatever like this, she's probably sitting there withholding shit that he probably expects from a normal woman, right? So could you imagine you accept some chick who, let's say she was a prostitute before, or she was a porn star, and she gets with you and she withholds sex from you. She won't suck you off, right? And you imagine, could you imagine like the mental breakdown some dudes on the planet is having, right? Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? Would you lose your shit? I could only imagine, right? All of these limitations, again, you be having these chicks who be spread it up and being taken to Pound Town by, like, say, Tyrone or Chad or whatever like this, and then with their boyfriends or whatnot, they're not willing to do any of these things. It's crazy.
It's just like weird. But you have to be a confident guy to date me. You can't just be insecure because if you're insecure, then don't go for someone like me. Because when I'm with someone, I give them 100%.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I was literally going to school to be a doctor. I like to play dumb just because it makes me more money. Yeah, I wanted to have kids already, but I don't think they were ready.
How many kids do you want?
10.
Whoa, I say the same
I want like 4 that are mine, and then I want to adopt the rest.
Well, huh? I mean, that's smooth.
Because I'm on different ethnicities.
Oh, okay.
How do you deal with the morality of like what you do?
I actually dealt with something like that recently, where somebody that was like super religious was trying to convert me, and I was just like, I already believe in God and Jesus. I grew up Catholic, so
okay.
I'm not doing anything bad. Like, I will say my content is pretty PG-13 compared to some other girls.
I seen you in over 40 different pictures with different dicks in your ass. What are you talking about? PG-13? Well, actually, yeah. Probably. You want to know why? Because there are women getting pissed on. There are women getting shitted on. There are women getting punched. There was a porno I saw when I was much younger. It wasn't even a porno. They were gangbanging some white chick and punched her in the nose, broke her nose. And I just was like, why in the fuck would anybody show me this? And there was some fucking, some Spanish hairy ass fucking dude named fucking Nestor that showed me this, and he was just giggling about it. I was like, yo, dog, what the fuck is wrong with you? So yes, there is much worse out there. Compared to other shit, this is why I be telling you guys. The shit that was considered extreme when I was growing up, kind of, right? Again, I'm pretty sure all young men go through the rite of passage of, oh, I want my dick sucked, right? That would be your extreme when it comes down to sex, because for you, sex is first, second, third base kind of thing, right? Heavy petting. Sex would be like the ultimate goal. And then there's like an alternate avenue to get sucked off, right? And then, again, to right now,
like, I'm not doing anything bad. Like, I will say my content is pretty PG-13 compared to some other girls. Like, I'm not getting gang by like 10 guys.
No, it was 8. I counted. I wanted to edit the I'm gonna edit the fucking picture. That's what the thumbnail is gonna be. The thumbnail, if I can find it, is going to be a picture of her with a cock in her pussy, and I'm gonna literally blur out the whole entire picture so you can only see her fucking face, and I just want you guys to count the limbs. because she's full of oh my god, this fucking woman.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on.
I don't think
Hot take, I don't think that you should be talking about porn and God in the same sentence, and this is coming from a non-believer.
Is there any pleasure in that?
no, I just did it for the money, if I'm being honest. I have 3 houses. I got my mom house, my tia house, and then my son's house. And I'm
Your
gonna
tia, is that grandma?
my auntie.
Damn it, I thought I knew some Spanish.
I can't be with someone that doesn't have a whole face. If you
What the fuck? Yo, she literally just said she needs a normal guy. A normal guy doesn't have a whole phase. Do we know what? First and foremost, only women really have whole phases. It's not to say men can't be hoes, but a whole phase is a fucking cheap attempt at covering up for having a disgusting for disgusting behavior in which you want to sit there and instead of actually seeking something that can be for some time, you just want to fuck around. A lot of women have whole phases after they've already been in a relationship. They will throw away the relationship to seek out a whole phase for excitement. And then when they want to spin the block back to get what they lost because now they realize they were in the wrong, they want to sit there and be like, oh, it was just a whole phase. I'm done with it. You're never done with a whole phase. You're just a hoe. What?
Grandma?
my auntie.
Damn it, I thought I knew some Spanish.
I can't be with someone that doesn't have a whole face. If you didn't have a whole face, I do not want to be with you. Unless you want to be in an open relationship. But
What you do?
Yo, at the very end, she slipped in unless you want to be in an open relationship. What I say, what I've been saying. This is the coward, like this is the modern woman right here. Unless you want to be in an open relationship, I want to give a person 100% as they see me bust it open. Crazy work. You notice how every criteria for these porn stars and prostitutes is the men to be confident and that their past doesn't matter and that they are just these innocent women that actually accidentally fell into a hole that led to a casting couch. Well, it's not her past, it's her present, and she's not ashamed of it. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, this is her profile, right? 21 only, anime enthusiast, thick waifu, fleshlight girl, YouTuber, gaming, vixen model. This is her OnlyFans. Right? Now, remember what she was saying. She wants to get married, X, Y, and Z. She was last seen 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Oh, gosh, she's seen now. Oh, hell nah. Get me the hell out of here. She said, anyway, it's crazy, right? Because this is a person talking about she wants to be in a relationship. This is a person saying that she only did it for money. She's still doing it. What the fuck are we talking about? However, not all women are like her. No need to fight each other. Just stay away from NPCs like her. Amen. Are you from Nigeria? Okay, I'm sorry. So a lot of times, I'm sorry, I do this thing where I have to check if I'm like scrolling on YouTube or I'm on Twitter and a video plays and I start hearing music. I just have to sense that it's not fucking foreign AI slopped fucking videos or people who are disjointed from the area talking on the area. I'm sorry, that's just what I do. Just saying I'm a girl in a sophisticated way. Violet Mile, okay. Even porn stars who notoriously fuck every even porn stars who notoriously fuck every man around will call you insecure if you have a problem with them. This is why we don't listen to some of the things women have to say. But however, you should listen to women because if you listen to women, they tell on themselves. That's how you catch them. This is why I say I have absolutely no problem listening to a woman who's either had a rough life, either because she didn't have a choice or because she put herself there talking about some woe is me, even though she has the OnlyFans on she got the OnlyFans on lock. Like, no, sorry. I be telling dudes, just because a chick is a nerd or into nerdy shit, that doesn't mean she isn't a bop. Plenty of them Comic-Con hoes be getting ran through. Only dude you had to tell was yourself. I had to tell my homeboys about your mama. See, and this is the thing, right? For example, I like to look at this thing called VTubers. For the most part, it's dominated by women with these virtual avatars. They play games, hang out with each other. It's just something I put in the background. They have meetups and parties and concerts and shit like this, and they be getting gangbanged, right? again, you gotta sit there and you gotta be like, yo, just because they like the shit you like doesn't mean they're not low quality women at the end of the day. Some of the ones that you may think are super duper sweet can be disgusting. They could be cheaters. They could be taking. They could be cheating on their other their other gen mates. Those are like people who work with them, right? Their other work co-workers. Like, again, at the end of the day, they're still human. And right now in this day and age, at least 23% of women are rotten to the fucking core. Exactly. Most of the worst girls I know are the ones who went to Comic-Con. Man, you ain't lying. Them Comic-Con hoes be wide open. They be the ones overly freaked out. Catholic girl who likes anime and was going to school to be a doctor. Literally the same thing Ever Stripper at Foxy's told young privates outside of Fort Bliss right now before a lap dance. The real fun was across the border in Jerez. All the classy ladies were there. A fellow man of culture. Yeah, this is the thing, right? She claimed she was going to school to be a doctor and all of this other shit, and then she just found porn, and she says that she only did it for the money. Here's the truth. She could retire right now if she was properly saving her money or all of that shit. And don't get me wrong, a lot of women who are OnlyFans girls, I'm pretty sure she makes good money on OnlyFans because she was rated super duper high in porn. Just that alone will bring her money, right? There's girls who make way more money doing OnlyFans than they do as porn stars, unless they're smart enough to actually make their own studios and shit like this. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if she's not doing it just for money. And if money is the thing that rules her, this girl, there's no reason for anybody to ever listen or not listen. I mean, you could if you want to, but I would say it like this. If I was sitting here and I was listening to this girl, I probably would have stopped her probably 1/4 of the way and like, yeah, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. And I don't want to continue this conversation. You give them 100% of what? LOL. Imagine you want to make her wife and have kids with her, and she wakes up in the morning like, okay, baby, I'll be back. I gotta go to my shoot. Like I said, these girls, these fucking girls, these low quality fucking women will be sitting there and gaslighting and finessing, mentally booming the shit out of dudes. And the thing is, the way that they act. Have you ever ran into a person that fucking makes up shit so much that they believe it? I think a lot of these women will say shit so much they believe it. They believe it, even though, again, they say one thing, they think another thing, and they'll do something else. So no, no. Again, I want to give 100%, and I want to be in a serious relationship and family and kids or whatever like that. And the other guy's like, okay, yeah, open your mouth for the pop shot. I'll be back. I gotta go to my shoot. Get pounded out, face full of milk, etc., and go back home to you. Yeah, that's fucking nasty, dog. May God have mercy on that brother's soul, because what? No, he's not wrong. This is why I'm saying, right? The porn stars that I watched, the ones that I was interested in, don't get me wrong, there's some girls now that they gotta excel at something for me to be like, okay, I remember this girl, right? I've seen Violet Myers shit, and at the same time, just the blur, right? Not important to me. So all the porn stars, again, that I enjoyed watching growing up or whatever like that, the Cherokees, the Jada Fires, right? The Maya G's, the Cinnamons, the fucking Sarah J, of course, fucking Sarah J. The Laura Jensens, right? Or whatever like this. I mean, Pinky was trash, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, she had some weird fucking thing where she was like skinny, and then she also got like really fucking thick, and then she got fat, and then she got thick again. Anyway, the proxy pages, I'm talking the real freaky, right? The what is it? Annie Cruises. The thing is, all of these fucking women, at some fucking point, they all moved on, already have kids, and are all married. All of them. All of them. They're all married. Or they're all in relationships, so they all already got kids. So it's so, again, this is why I say we shouldn't even stress out about this shit. Just be aware of it and laugh and move on. Oh yeah, this was her May 8th, 28th, dick deprived. So listen, dog, don't miss us with this shit. This is a girl looking for have multiple kids. Phenomenal body though. And here's the thing, guaranteed somebody's gonna scoop her up. Yes, she is. She's not going to be alone, even with her decisions. She has multiple mulligans. She don't even need the mulligans. She can have all the poor stats. She's gonna be just fine. It's your job as a decent quality or high quality man to see this. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you this now. You having sex with this woman, if you were to have sex with this woman and it's not a lockdown one-on-one relationship, which again, she already said she unless it's a polygamous relationship, you just going to smash this fucking woman will already drop your status. Listening to the Andrew Tates, the Myron Gaines, any of these pseudo fucking red pill people talk about it's okay to have multiple girlfriends to be a high value man, they're lying to you. You yourself, as a high quality man, should be protecting your seed. If you're wrapping it up, even though your catalog of women ruins your fucking reputation as a man. That's how I view it. I know that some people, oh, well, guys can have sex with multiple women. Listen, dog, I've already said it. A guy can have sex with multiple fucking women. Or a guy can have a lot. First off, guys don't just. It's not natural for a guy to just have sex with multiple fucking women, and just keep having sex. At some point, as a guy, you need to do something else. Women can keep having sex, and they just keep doing it, right? A guy, you get sore. Me, like I said, 2 or 3 times in my life, I was messing with some chick who her sex drive was off the fucking chain, right? And it was like a Dragon Ball Z episode. You ever seen one of the fucking the power wave clashes? We was going at it. By week 3, I started to tuck her out. I rebuked sex for like fucking 3 days. 3 days, I rebuked sex. I was like, I need to build something. I was going to class and actually fucking listening instead of being a fucking fool, being an asshole and playing video games. I was actually listening and doing work and shit like this. It took me 3 days to revert. So again, as a guy, you shouldn't just be fucking multiple women anyway. That's just the case. It's not to say if you happen to naturally end up fucking multiple women down the line, whatever. But you should not be seeking to just be fucking one woman, then the next woman, then the next woman. Like you're fucking disgusting. Like wait, hold on. Can I just be honest here? And I know that some people get mad at me for this. Are we really upset at me for sitting there and viewing low quality women the same as low quality men? Right? Again, my body count when I stopped around 23, 22 years old, when I bowed out of the fucking game, was 7, right? And this is penetration. And every single girl that I had a body with, I did multiple times. After I bowed out of the game, my body count went to 8. And it stayed at 8. Did I stop having sex? No. But the women that I had sex with from the past, I just had sex with them in the future. You don't like the women you had sex with in the past? You got to keep, again, it is weird. It is weird. So I was looking at something because somebody apparently said that she's married, or there was a video where there was a guy trying to talk to her and her boyfriend, not her boyfriend, her husband or some shit like this, though there's no verifiable things that she's married, but she is in a long-term relationship, or at least should I say a long-term relationship by modern standards is literally 2 seasons. If you make it 2 seasons, that's a long-term relationship to online, to the modern world. So Violet married, there's no public records, announcements, wedding details, or confirmed dates of any marriage for her. Reliable sources, including biological pages and dating history, state she has not disclosed any marriages, and as of late 2025, she was in a committed long-term relationship. Long-term relationship. Long-term relationship. Long-term relationship, right? Mind you, she fucks fans. Long-term relationship. Why? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell, dog. Get me the fuck out of here. Long-term relationship, and she fucks fans, right? Some social media posts, TikToks, and comics, especially around a viral 2025 incident where a streamer hit on her in public, casually call her partner husband or speculate about marriage. These are informal references, kickblade, or fan content. There was never any actual wedding or legal marriage. She's not going to get married. She can get married, but she has no intentions of getting married. She says it because it sounds good. That's in her low quality, because here's the truth. All fucking women want to get married, even the ones that lie about not wanting to get married. If they find a fucking dude that they really like, they will try to. Here's the truth. A lot of these fucking women that are sitting here running, doing polygamy, being girl bosses, trying to act super fucking masculine with their sexuality or being sexually liberated, all of that shit. If they find a guy that they like, and this is the whole spinning the block or hitting the wall and all of this shit that we're seeing. They find the guy that they like, or the guy that's the one, or the guy that got away, who forced himself to get away from her. They will get upset at the fact that their past has bitten them in the ass. Anyway, let's look at some videos. What the fuck am I looking at? This is exactly what I said when I put this video up. That was the exact same thought I had. What the fuck am I looking? What is that? Okay.
You saw your mom get overwhelmed with like bills, or like maybe sometimes you saw her like, oh my God, like maybe my mom doesn't have enough to pay rent. What was it like for your mom?
Is this a woman or is this what is?
Juggling being a mom, a single mom, also going to school, going to work.
Yeah, that neck is way too strong.
What was all that like growing up?
My mom, before she had my brothers, I was very spoiled. I had like a great childhood. I remember I'd be like, Mom, I wanted a little Barbie Jeep. She'd buy me a Barbie Jeep. I was just really lucky. She had a great career before she went to school. Also, my stepdad helped a lot as far as like even now too, helps my mom too with my brothers. So I didn't really ever have a point where we were like, I want to say like struggling, but there was a point too where it was like around prom time. And I needed like a dress and my makeup. I needed my grad night ticket. I remember my mom, for her, I didn't know this until I got older.
Yeah.
So my mom was asking like her coworkers and, you know, just people that she was friends with at the time, you know, for money to help me for this special night. And I didn't know that because my mom really like just kept that like low key and secret because she didn't want me to have to stress out about that day.
You saw.
Last time we spoke, you had mommy assisting you with your business, and now I believe you. Last time we spoke, you had mommy assisting you with your business, and now I believe you got a couple of employees.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you, and is mom still involved?
Mom is not anymore.
Okay, so she's not seeing no more of your crazy...
Yeah, no, I felt so bad, but I know she felt bad for me too. I know she like wanted to help me, but she's now playing mommy role, but I take care of my mom still.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I gotta applaud that you got a few employees, and you know, you're doing your thing and capitalizing off of this. And
of course.
You saw your, what was it like, you know, growing up? Nos cuentas that you were embarrassed, but how do you feel like having your dad incarcerated for a big majority of your life growing up? How do you feel like that affected like the little girl you were growing up?
I want to say it definitely affected me in a way where maybe I didn't get to know what it felt like to be loved by a man that's my dad. I feel like as a man and that has a daughter, it's...
You saw...
Excuse me. So being in a relationship in the adult industry it can be tough. Just because of the fans. I don't want them to think like, hey, Violet is being taken away from me.
Yeah.
My partner has to know that, hey, I'm sharing my person with the world.